people would look at you and say, well, you're not sick. You can't possibly have cancer because you still have your hair. You know what I mean? It's just a
Yes.
preconceived notion that when you go through cancer, you get chemo and the chemo makes your hair. And so it makes your hair fall out. And so therefore they put an expectation on you too. Well, you should just be living a normal life because you look like you're normal. So I imagine
Yes.
that that was kind of a tough thing too.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I definitely think sometimes probably people, thought that maybe I was exaggerating.
Sure.
Um, because yeah, I mean, of course I was pale looking and I looked like I didn't feel well. That's just the best way to describe it. But I had to kind of give a disclosure. I do have cancer, but I haven't lost my hair.
Right.
So it's kind of full. And, of course, you feel when you're sitting in a chemo room and you have all these women with their hair um, that's fallen out and you're sitting there with a full head of hair, you feel a little guilty.
Sure, sure. But nothing to be guilty of because the type of cancer that you had is no less serious than the type of cancer that they had. So, it's just a different cocktail. I know when a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer because of the chemotherapy drugs that are used during treatment, it's 90% of the time she loses her hair. But we've
Yeah.
assisted women with lung cancer and those type of chemotherapy, regimens don't make her hair fall out. So it's just
Yeah.
it's just a matter of what they use, but it doesn't mean that it's any less uncomfortable because it's uncomfortable.
Right.
And like I said, especially with the radiation and the different things that you had to endure, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But out of this came something good. So you got to receive a Hello Gorgeous makeover.
I did.
So tell us about that.
Um, well, my husband started telling me a few days prior that there was a surprise for me, and he wouldn't tell me what it was, just told me to clear my calendar and that he was not going to be working in the morning. And I had no clue what it could possibly be. I was kept on playing guessing games, and he was, wasn't telling me what it was. So then finally, the morning came and dropped me off at Salons by JC, and it was amazing. Everyone was greeting me and cheering me on, and it was like a day of pampering and all about me. And I still have the products that was given to me, the makeup and some lovely skincare. Um, it was amazing.
That's awesome. And what was your favorite part of the makeover that day?
My the hairstylist did a relaxer on my hair.
Really?
Yeah, because I had gotten my color done not too long before that, so she
Okay.
wanted something different that she knew I wanted.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And you got a new outfit too, correct?
Yes, I love
A-
my dress and
And is that what you
shoes.
chose was a dress?
Yeah, I chose the dress, and I'm actually wearing today one of the necklaces that she
Oh,
had given me. I love
awesome.
all of it.
And then you had a reveal party afterwards.
Yes.
And tell me what you thought when you like walked in and saw familiar faces that wanted to see you in your new look.
I couldn't believe it. I thought I thought it was over when the makeover ended and I was given the flowers and pictures were taken. I had no clue that I would be walking into more of a surprise.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
to me, when we design the program, to me, that's the most important part. What our experience has been is that when women are diagnosed with cancer, people don't know what to say, so they say nothing and stay away. And that's when you need people around you. You need the support of your loved ones. You need the support of your family and friends. But there are times where they're just afraid they're going to say something that they shouldn't say. They're going to stick their foot in their mouth, whatever it is. And so they just stay away. So we always felt that if we could, rejoin the gorgeous woman and her family, and you looked normal and gorgeous, and we took some of that fear out of that then they would be like, oh, well, Rachel just looks like she always looked to us, so it's okay for us to be able to talk to her, and I can talk to her normally. And so, to me, that's the most important part is the reveal party. That's one of my favorite parts. So
Yeah, it was very special.
awesome. So you were telling me that your children were very little. How did they how did they react to? mommy being sick and not being able to do the normal things that mommy could do with them? Did they completely understand what was going on, do you think?
No, I don't think so. And I don't think that that they. I guess I'm lucky that it happened when they were so little, because I don't think they knew really what cancer is. I think they do now, especially now that they've seen me kind of talking about it more, and they've seen me. I was the honorary survivor at Relay for Life, so they heard me
Oh.
speak. But I think, luckily, I think that that it was maybe might have been a little bit of a blur for them now. Plus,
Hmm.
we did everything that we could to keep the normalcy for them for the most part. Um, but if of course, they were very sad that I wasn't able to attend, certain special things with them, or that I was, sleeping a lot. Um, so yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag.
And how did this help to strengthen your relationship? Because I'm assuming that you're a lot closer now than you were before.
Yeah, I think, he definitely appreciates, the fight that I had, and the worth, that I am, and my contribution to the family. Not that he didn't before, but I guess now he really must, see the difference, of course. Um,
Sure.
so yeah, he had to work hard to, pay the bills and keep the insurance and everything, so that I could have the treatment that I did.
And that's really difficult too, because I feel for families, because he wants to be with you and he wants to help take care of you, but like you said, somebody has to work and we've got to have insurance, and so it just makes it's a very difficult situation. And you can't ask why. At least that's what I've learned from my life experiences. But what I try and ask now is, what am I supposed to learn from this? Whether it's that I have a wonderful relationship, that you know, that I'm stronger than I think I am, whatever that is. But I find that when I ask that question, the answer comes, a lot more readily, where when I ask why, it just kind of leaves me in a big circle. So I guess I really want to know, like, what would you say to a woman that's currently fighting cancer? What would your words of wisdom be to them?
I would say to keep up the fight, because you can beat it. Take all the help that is offered to you.
Mhm.
Do not be ashamed. You did nothing to deserve this. And like you said, maybe there is a reason for this, so that you can spread awareness after, or you can be there for someone, going through this, provide meals for them, or whatever it is. Um, but just know that the odds are in your favor, this day and age, um, and just to stay strong.
We've got a couple minutes left here. Outside of like your mom and your husband, was there one person that was really a champion for you? Was there one person that really stepped up and was just there through the good and the bad?
I can't say one person, because there's so many more than one person. So I mean,
Mm.
there was one of our teachers that live in the neighborhood. She um, held a fundraiser for my family, um, and she had my kids attend her art classes, complimentary, without us having to pay for it. And there was friends who sent us restaurant gift cards to order food online, and there was friends who sat with me at the house. So there was such a good handful of people that I really can't just narrow it down to one. There was just so many people who I'm just forever grateful for being there for me.
And that's priceless. Just to be able to have that support is absolutely priceless. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much, Rachel, for joining us today. And I appreciate you taking the time and sharing your story. You are truly an inspiration. And I hope you continue to tell that story, because your story is very inspiring. And there are a lot of women and men that need to hear what you've gone through, and that you're still here. And that's part of the inspiration. So, hey, listeners, if you're local to South Bend, Indiana, and you want to support Hello Gorgeous, our upcoming Gorgeous Gala, a charitable costume ball, is October the 18th on this year, 2019. Check out our website, hellogorgeous.org, for more information. If you have any questions or comments or would like to know more about the guests on our show today, feel free to email me at kbecker@hellogorgeous.org. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and download our mobile app. Thank you so much for joining me today on Hello Gorgeous, Everything Beauty, Cancer, and Inspiration. I'm your host, Kim Becker, and until next time,